Hi everybody, welcome to Talk-ohhh-Challenge. It's Thursday, time for another surprise painting. Not for you only, but also for me, since I don't know what I'm gonna paint yet. I'm just as curious as you are probably. Well, you got an advantage, you know the word already from the video title. I don't. So if you're new to the channel or this kind of series, my name is Sarah and I'm the artist behind Pinselgeschichten. And each Thursday on the Talk-ohhh-Challenge, I do take a word generator, get a word, paint something with it, or draw, doodle something with it. And I'm taking you with me on the journey to compose a painting or to plan it, to, well, sort through different kinds of ideas make a painting there. So let's get started. I am using an English word generator, though that's not my mother tongue, but I find it very interesting. I learned something, and I think it's just easier when it comes to doing the videos, since they are not in German either. So let's go. New word, drum roll, is speak. Well, the definition says to utter words or articulate sound as human beings, to express thoughts by words, as the organs may be so obstructed that a man may not be able to speak. Okay, so speak. 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 Well, that's quite abstract, though it's a fairly simple word and everybody pretty much knows what it means. It's fairly abstract. It's not something like an object or a person, a place that you could easily paint, but it's more an activity, which is sometimes just as difficult to draw or paint as an emotion. So this is going to be interesting. Speak. Well, you need a mouth or you need hands, mostly. Thinking about sign language there. Maybe that would be something, instead of going the traditional route with a mouth or two people in a dialogue, or having, like, I don't know, speech bubbles there, or I don't know, speech bubble, or just a cartoon or a comic of people talking. Maybe it would be cooler to do sign language. But for that, I gotta look up words or gestures. It's been more than 2 decades since I last learned a bit of sign language, and I've forgotten pretty much all of it. So can't work from memory here. But what if you have like a person being quite out of focus, no details there at all, like I said, quite blurry, and just the hand, and I'm just gonna take one finger. If you have it like that, you see the knuckles like this, and I'm using my own hand there as a helper. Have maybe something like this, goes to the arm, blah. Something like this, the nails, fingers, nails, blah, da-dee-da-dee. And I have this pretty much in focus here, and very defined, very, very well shaded, quite the focus on the hand, not very much on the person. And maybe have another person here, also quite blurry, but not even the whole figure. Just from the back. Let's make her a girl, give her a ponytail or something. I don't know. Whatever. Something like that. That would be the first thing that comes to my mind when I think about speak. Because usually we associate it with, like it already says in the definition, we think about sounds, we think about languages, we think about certain tonal differences, like being friendly, yelling, I don't know, screaming, whispering, and we think about the information that we pass, the content. But I think this is more of the not so obvious way to paint or draw speak, because you could say it's gesturing and not technically speaking. I don't think that way. I think it's speaking, because I think body language and gestures are, even if you're able to talk, like you're capable of doing sounds with your vocal cords. I think at least 40% of what we communicate, we do not communicate by actually speaking, but by body language, facial expression, and gestures. So that would be the logical way for me, or the most logical way to say speak, you know? Well, assuming that I would draw, paint, doodle it, the next question would be what style I wanted to use, or what colors, what medium. And I think this would actually be a great way to use either watercolors or tombos, because if I want that dude here, person A, and person B to be really blurry, this is the simplest thing to achieve with watercolors. And to have a bit more definition and depth, and the focus being on the hand, you'd need maybe a more vibrant color, maybe one that that section you just need to add a bit more detail. So I guess, what if, I'm actually curious because I never did that, at least I don't remember. What if I mixed 2 or 3 watercolor media? Like having the Schminke or Kuretake watercolors in the blurry sections. And I think I would go with, I guess, mostly the Schminke ones, because they're more, I associate them more with natural. They're very real toned. The Kuretakes are way more cartoony, way more illustration style, not the realistic style, just from the color palette. They do have nice earthy tones as well, but since they are so creamy and so vibrant, so highly pigmented, I think that would take away from putting person A and B into the background, or so far into the foreground that they are blurry as well. So I think I would go with the Schminke ones for these 2 people. And with the hand, I could go with the tombos and watercolor pencils. I think that would be a nice combination. Would I want to maybe... I don't want to go with pastel chalks. Nah. The blurry thing I could achieve nicely as well, but since the hand is way more tiny than a head or shoulders, I would probably have to have a huge surface to actually make the hand the focal point and really be nice and get some detail in there. So the other thing would be acrylics. I can't, or other way around. It's way more difficult to achieve that kind of blurry that I want to have without using the sprays or an airbrush. And I'm a bit on the time limit too. I can't work 5 hours on this one. I could work 5 hours with acrylics and make it just as I imagine it, but I'm a bit on a schedule today, so I have an hour, maybe 1.5 or 2 to get this done. And I think that eliminates the acrylics for this one. Could I work around that? Probably not. Could I? What could I do to use acrylics? Yeah, I could pad away at the edges to make it blurry, but I think I would have more of a free hand, more options with watercolors on this one. So I'm trying watercolors. I'm keeping the colors quite toned down, I guess. And I will mix the Schminke watercolors with watercolor pencil and the Tombows for that section here. So have kind of a mixed media, but every part of media that I'm going to use is a watercolor. So what I'm gonna do is look up a hand, like when it comes to signing a specific gesture, not necessarily going with this one, and I might switch that up. I'm going to paint it, and then I'm going to come back. I have the time lapse for you of the painting coming together pretty much once I stop talking. So you don't have to wait that long, and then I'm going to come back and talk a bit more about how I maybe like or what I don't like about the painting, how the process went, if I had to change things, just stuff like that before we finish up. So see you in a minute or two. And yeah, keep fingers crossed that this works. Okay? Here we are. This is Speak. I'm done, and yeah, I think I stayed pretty much like the planned out. I just switched male and female for the woman to speak and the guy to listen. And I kept the hand gesture because I looked it up and this is the letter L. So I thought I'd just keep it at that. Now for the painting itself. I really like the two people and the background, how it is kind of fuzzy and fades out, especially to the left here and the right up here. I really like that. With a hand, I'm not too sure yet. As you saw, I used different kinds of skin tones of the Tombows and also watercolor pencils. And I think it's just a bit too reddish or pinkish in comparison to the skin here. So I have to let it dry and then go over with the yellowish marker a bit more to just tone it down. But it's kind of damp, the paper, yet still. So I just gotta wait for maybe 10 minutes or something, have it bone dry, and then I'm going over with the other marker to just tone down the pinkish a bit. Other than that, I don't know if I'm bothered by the proportions. I definitely wanted it to stand out, and therefore the hand is way bigger than the arm here, but with a bit more shading I could have made it the right angle, but I wanted these figurines to well, be out of focus so much, so I might correct that with a yellowish kind of this light ochre marker as well. Other than that, I really like the dude. He turned out nicely, especially the shading of his shirt here. So that was a good one. Yeah, it was, well, not as... It's very close to what I thought it would be, but the realization with this hand really being in focus, maybe I should have done it just like the dude here where the hand fades out a bit, because the difference between the faded people and the harsh, really strong focused line here is maybe a bit too much. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, that's my take on Speak. That was the word. If the photos look a bit different in the thumbnails, also on the blog, that's because I have the yellow marker on top. Yeah. I think that's that. It was nice to play with watercolors again. I really like this dude. He turned out so nicely. So yeah, that's my take. Maybe you do your own take on the word speed. I would love to see your creations if you make something with that word. So I'd say I'm going to wrap up this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I will have close-up photos of this one and also the materials I used on my blog. The blog post is always the one on my Facebook page always leads you directly to the accordant post. If you just click on the website, it's in the description box below. You gotta open whatever post it is you're interested in by clicking on the photo. So yeah, I thank you very much. Have a very good one. Take good care. Maybe you got some time to create. I would really like that. And I'm going to see you tomorrow with a new painting and on Saturday with the weekly review vlog. Take good care. Have fun. Bye bye.